Hello, I am recording the video and today's topic is web hosting. When a hosting provider allocates space on a web server for a website to store its files, they are hosting a website. Web hosting makes the files that comprise a website, code, images, etc. available for viewing online. Every website you have ever visited is hosted on a server. The amount of space allocated on a server to a website depends on the type of hosting. The main types of hosting are shared, dedicated, VPS, and reseller. They are differentiated by the kind of technology used for the server, the level of management provider, and the additional services on offer. Web hosting is the process of renting or buying space to house a website on the World Wide Web. Website content such as HTML, CSS, and images has to be housed on a server to be viewable online. What exactly is a server? A server is a computer that connects other web users to your site from anywhere in the world. As the name implies, web hosting services provides have the server connectivity and associated services to host website. By offering a variety of hosting plans, they cover the spectrum of hosting needs from a small blog and large organization. If you are planning on creating an online presence, reliable web hosting is essential. There are literally hundreds of web hosts available today, providing thousands of varieties of web hosting services. Plan range from free with limited option to expensive web hosting services specialized for business. The plan you choose will depend primarily on how you plan to use your website and how much you have budget for hosting. Choosing the right hosting plan will mean having access to the right allocation of resource to keep your website loading quickly and reliably for your visitors. Think about how many business these days operate primarily online. Their sales and business leads come from their website. If someone lands on a website and there a problem, it takes too long to load or doesn't appear at all. Potential customer won't wait around. They will bounce off that site in search of a one that works correctly and can deliver what they are looking for seamlessly. If you are new to operating a website, web hosting and related lingo can be puzzling topic. Many a novice website owner has used the cheapest option or anything bundled with their domain name purchased under the mistaken belief that all hosting options are essentially the same. This can be costly mistake. This article includes everything you need to know about web hosting and how choosing the right one is important to the success of your website, all in simplified manner you will understand. How does web hosting work? Web hosting happens when the files that make up a website are uploaded from a local computer on to a web server. The server resource, RAM, hard disk space, and bandwidth are allocated to the website using it. The division of server resources varies depending on the type of hosting. To choose the appropriate hosting plan, you first need to differentiate between the plans available. This doesn't have to be complicated. For the non-technical reader, let's use a simple analogy. Choosing web hosting is similarly to searching for office spaces. How do you decide which type of office space is right for your need? Is a workstation in an open co-working space enough, or the next best things, an office within a business center? Do you have intention to expand quickly or expect a lot of people coming and going? Would you consider renting an entire building, or would building your own space appeal? Aside from the style of office you use, there are other considerations. How easy the rooms are to access, which functions they offer, extra such as whiteboard, high speed internet, and other facilities, and where are they located, and the overall cost. This consideration will determine your need and help decide with which type of office is right for you. Shared hosting. Shared hosting is similarly to renting a workstation in a busy, noisy, open plan office or co working space. You have all the modern conventions, a desk, internet connection, and some stationery, and you share the space with other co workers, including the kitchen, printer, and the restroom. You can't do any makeovers to the space, such as installing whiteboard etc. This is a popular option for launching a small website and not appropriate for large scale commercial projects. Virtual private server. A virtual private server VPS is a nice step from shared hosting. Medium sized business will benefit from renting an office within the business park. With a VPS, users are isolated from each other. You have neighbors, but you are less dependent on them, and you can carry out any makeovers as you like and organize your workstation on your own. Using an entire office building is comparable to hosting on a dedicated server. It is a more expensive option and best for websites who value reliability and high performance. Since you control the entire space, you have more says over configuration and plenty of space, but it's not worth investing in if you want the space included. Web hosting and domain hosting. Once you have purchased a domain name, the files that hold your website content, HTML, CSS, images, database, etc., need to be stored together in a location connected to the internet. A web server. Once the website files are uploaded to a hosting company's web server, the host is then responsible for delivering the files to user. We have mentioned that the hosting makes the website available for a pupil to visit through their website web browser, but how does that work exactly? The domain name system DNS makes sure that website browser connect to the right computer that store your website files. Thank you.